I'm a pretty brown, driving him wow. I'm leaving other niggas on scene like a light skin. So story time. I remember this one time. I was young. This all started from when I ran away. And I'm like, ooh, I got action at doing whatever I want to do because my mom is not around. So I had a best friend and she was like, what do you do to get money? I'm like, oh, my auntie gives me money. And she like, girl, how much she give you? And I'm like, she gave me like $3, $5 a day for lunch. And she's like, that's it? She like, well, my uncle could take care of you if you want to. And I'm like, really? And she like, yeah. I'm thinking she had this uncle. She like, yeah, he's gonna take me to the Slauson or whatever to go get some stuff. So if you want to come, you could come. I'm like, okay. So I go with them to the Slauson swap meet. Everybody know that's a swap meet where you get jewelry, you get shoes. Well, that's what we was getting at that time, jewelry and shoes. So I'm like, oh, okay. So I meet the uncle and he like, what you want? And I'm like, whatever you can give me, whatever you want to give me. And I was never too greedy because I never even feel worthy enough to even want anything. I'm like, I do need some shoes and I do want these bamboos that came out. Like I grew up not having any of that, so that was like excitement. And mind you, I'm in high school, so I was like, ooh, I look good with that. So he's like, okay. So he ended up getting the stuff. But she was like, okay, I got something to tell you. That's not my uncle. And we're going to go get a room or whatever. And I'm like, okay. And she like, yeah, so I'm going to go first. And then you going to go second. You know, just do whatever he tell you to do. But it ain't going to be that much or whatever. So I'm like, this don't sound right. I've been knew all along. My intuition has always been talking to me, but it's on you to listen to your intuition. So I knew it wasn't right, but I was like, I want these bamboos, and I did it anyway. And so when I did it, I was like, this is a piece of cake. Number one, we were young, so he was just so perverted. And it was to the point to where I'm like, he know he's not supposed to be doing this, so I could use this to my advantage. And I did. And we kept going and we kept going and we kept going. And after a while, so it happened multiple times, I looked at him like, ugh, creep. So, like I said, you go through these things and you do it because you're in survival mode and you do it because you want whatever you get for it. But that does not necessarily mean that that's what you want to do. And we know that. So don't ignore your intuition because you're going to find yourself in a situation where you're doing something that you don't want to do and it's going to have after effects. So that's just a story time on how it all started. And it always comes with manipulation. It always comes with an ulterior motive. It always comes with a lie first and you find out the truth later. The after effects will be something like we had our regular boyfriends and we would see this uncle and the uncle would be like following us, stalking us. And we was like, girl, like, why is he doing this? Or he would put something in our face like, oh yeah, I just got this rental car. Do y'all want to drive it back? And we was so thirsty to drive. So we like, yeah, we want to drive it back. Yeah. And I was looking at her like, you know, this is my friend who done hooked me up with this. I don't want to not have no part in this. So I need in on whatever you got going on. So that's what really made me know how to drive. Now I'm thinking I'm grown because I'm driving and I'm just doing all of this stuff. But I really felt like I don't like him stalking us though. And I really don't like how he just seemed like he owned us because he been like low-key taking care of us. Girl, we could take care of our own self. And we were always both thinking like that too. And of course, me being how I am and her being how she is, we would put our minds together and we would come up with our own little, you know, finesse side missions to try to get away from this dude. Because we was like, ew. And the after effects is just feeling disgusted. Like, we used to always be like, we should have never done that, huh? But girl, we need it. And he was always coming in clutch, like always there. Like we'll be down and out, not having nothing. We was trying to get money for sidekicks, like $10 refill cards, okay, chirp minutes, and it got to the point to where we like, what can we do? A job was not even an option because we was like, a job, girl, please. We not about to be in nobody's job. And then at one point, we like, maybe we should get a job because you just get so annoyed of this life. But you do it for survival and you keep doing it because you know how fast you could get it. That's what was going on from the beginning. And then it got worse. Just when you think things are dying out and you deal with one person, you deal with another person. And it turns into another thing. If y'all want to know why I'm out of breath, because the kids keep bothering me while I'm trying to tell this story. But I just know that it's young girls looking at me. I know that it's just, people thinking, well, how do things come about and how do things stay with you? Well, people stay attached to you. When you're trying to get away from them, they're always going to be like, remember I did this for you, or remember, you have like a soul tie to me because we have history, or I did this for you and you can't go nowhere, like a slave. And even though we were maturing along the way because we were recognizing, you could recognize all you want, but getting out of it is another story. And we never got out of it really because we always was codependent on what somebody can do for us. So even though girls be out here like, yep, I get my money, I don't depend on nobody, you still get your money from a certain man or a certain type of person. You still have to do those things to get that money. So as you're getting this money, you still feeling some type of way, and that some type of way stays with you. It builds your character to be annoyed really quick, disgusted. Your attitude is going off on people. You treating them, talking to them like they a trick because it's to the point to where that's all you deal with. So you treat everybody like the same. And what about your boyfriend? What about your boyfriend? He's noticing you acting a certain type of way, and if he's wondering why, that would be why. Because you're dealing with these people, their energies is still on you. So that's the after effect. But we're gonna go back to how I was feeling and all of that. But I just had to give that story time. On this channel, I'm going to talk about the things that our community don't talk about in the culture, how it shapes you into wanting to be a certain type. But we were all just young and we're still growing day by day. Let's heal and let's accept it. I was just flipping them dudes, I was gonna get right back. I got this pussy on lock, don't gotta worry about that. I stay on my shit, my coochie just got packed.